My story is nothing unique when it comes to seeking out a coach in the fitness world. The online fitness world is absolutely packed with women with exactly the same story as me. My story is one of a girl who had an eating disorder, one who suffered with crippling anxiety and depression, and one that one day decided that she was going to turn her life around. The one difference I have with my story is that change didn't go quite as smoothly as anticipated. I had bulimia nervosa, which is a type of binge eating disorder that stemmed from a period of really aggressively dieting that started at 13 years old. And then I went on to struggle for 15 years with food phobia, constantly depriving myself of food before finding that I was then consuming everything in sight and then purging afterwards. I had body dysmorphic tendencies. I wore a veil of shame for being stuck in this behavioural cycle that I just couldn't shift no matter how much I tried to address the why behind it. For years I thought this is because I was broken or I was defective in some way, and I was doing everything right. I was willing to struggle to find wellness. I was qualified as a personal trainer. I studied neurolinguistic programming and gathered a whole wealth of experience in life coaching. I also went to so many different kinds of therapies. I gained a wealth of experience, and I also gained a very extensive skill set when it came to the practicalities of fitness. And these were all the skills and qualities that I used to build my personal training business. But even so, I just kept on falling prey to this same cycle over and over again. I constantly yo-yoed from being underweight to overweight. How I felt about myself was completely dependent on how I looked. I struggled the most with actually feeling authentic as a personal trainer, because there I was, supposedly being the face and very picture and voice of health, but behind closed doors I was still living the life of a bulimic. Traditional therapies and other alternative healing therapies, and believe you me, I had a lot of them, really had me feeling like this behaviour was driven by the emotional burdens from, my past, from growing up. And in order to rid myself of this binge eating disorder, I had to face every single demon, and I had to heal every area of my life. I even had a faith healer put wands all over me and pray. I was told I had to address every single relationship, from my parents to friendships to the childhood family dog. I was expected to document every single binge that I had, and I was also urged to find meaning in every single purge. I was told that I had to rid myself of every mental demon, and only then could I expect to rid myself of this horrible binge eating disorder and be completely free from bulimia. And then I would be in the position where I could have the healthy mindset and the healthy body that I so desperately wanted. I think we all have those eureka moments, the moments where the truth is said and it hits a nerve, and we kind of take that moment to reevaluate everything that we've been thinking, living and breathing. That moment came to me when someone told me for free that what I had was just a habit. At first I was outraged, and then I was like, it was then that I understood that I wasn't inherently broken. Nothing inside of me needed fixing. And it was me presuming that I was broken that was excusing the fact that I was simply practicing a habit that had just never ever served me. The reason behind the disordered eating patterns was really quite simple. It was only a habit. It was a bad behaviour that I had practiced over and over and over again, that had just become cemented into my everyday way of being, and it was something that I became reliant upon, and it was the reliance on it being something bigger that made it a bigger problem. And it actually prevented me from really trying to address and fix a problem, which was the binge eating in the first place. I fixed myself with the same tools and the same skills that I use to help my clients. And before this sounds like some sort of diet industry miracle juice tonic infomercial, my approach to weight loss is totally realistic. It's completely devoid of any bias towards any particular dietary method or belief system. I'm someone who puts her faith in nutritional fundamentals based on science and not based on myth and misplaced facts and other people's beliefs. I am somebody who puts to practice daily my extensive knowledge of human behaviour, nutritional science, binge eating patterns, strength training, cooking, and I feel like I've built this well-rounded, well-balanced, achievable approach to weight loss. Not just weight loss, but body transformation and relationships with ourselves and the food we feed ourselves with. And I feel that I'm living the life that I'm preaching. There are 3 things that rid me of a binge eating disorder and earned me the physique and the lifestyle I enjoy now. Number 1, I had to accept that I had a habit. And then I practically applied sustainable and healthy new habits to support its change. Number 2, I learned to lift weights. I built strength and confidence in my physical ability. And number 3, I learned the nutritional science, the nutritional fundamentals, which took the emotion out of food. This is how I coach, and this is how I help my clients all around the world make more joyful, educational and lasting changes to their bodies. I live to serve, and content creation is my biggest joy as a health and fitness professional. All I want for you is to thrive and watch you grow in confidence, free from food fear, free from dissatisfaction with your own body. Welcome to my small but growing community. I do hope that I have the privilege of getting to know you.